Well, we've seen a lot of beautiful traditional Asian costumes already this evening. You see Thai dance, Chinese, etc., etc. We'd like to take a few minutes here to present a fashion show to all of you, allowing you to see more of these beautiful clothes that are part of the many Asian cultures represented here tonight. So our first model, we start with the Japanese costumes. Our first model is Michelle Yet, and she's wearing a traditional Japanese kimono. Let's give her a big round of applause. Here's Michelle. The kimono is a Japanese traditional garment worn by men, women, and children. Kimono are T-shaped, straight-lined ropes that are wrapped around the body and secured by a sash called an oba. As you can see, today kimono are most often worn by women on special occasions. And that was Michelle.
Thank you, Michelle. Now our next Japanese model is Taeko Nagao, and the kimono that she is wearing is made of silk or satin weaves. Now the modern kimonos are also widely available in less expensive, easy care fabrics such as rayon, cotton satin, cotton, polyester, or other synthetic fibers. Traditionally, kimonos are sewn by hand, but even machine-made kimonos require substantial hand stitching.
Thank you. Our next model is Mai Nagao. Kimonos range from extremely formal to casual. The level of formality of women's kimono is determined mostly by the pattern of the fabric and also color. Young women's kimonos have longer sleeves, signifying that they are not married and tend to be more elaborate than similarly formal older women's kimono. And you can see the difference and make a contrast here. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you to our Japanese models. Now next, we have our Chinese models, beginning with Olivia Wang. Olivia, representing the Lahu ethnic group. The Lahu live mainly in the Yunnan province in the southern part of China. The Lahu is considered black as beautiful. Thus, in most of their costumes, the use of black as the lining, adding different patterns with colored threads or colored cloth is very often seen. Now, traditionally, Lahu women wore long robes, but today they can often be seen in short skirts and short shirts.
Thank you. Our next model is Grace Wang, representing the Bai ethnic group. Now, Bai people create their own styles of clothing. Clothes of the Bai people are bright and well-matched in colors, dedicated with fine embroidery and plain, simple in style. Many pieces of Bai clothing will have a camellia or a flower represented on them. And this flower symbolizes beauty. The headscarf that's worn on most Bai women's heads is shaped like a crescent. It represents a flower in the wind and the moon on a snowy evening. The top part of the scarf is white, while the lower part of the scarf is embroidered with flowers. Thank you.
Thank you, Grace. Now next we have Caitlin Yang. Caitlin is wearing the clothing of the Yi ethnic group. Now the ladies of Yi ethnic group are also known for styling their hair in buns, wearing pleated skirts and embroidering silver flowers on their collars. Their skirts often reach the ground and end in a wide hem. From top to bottom, the skirt features large colorful bands with green, yellow, and black being most popular in color. Traditional Yi attire is decorated with cross-stitch embroidery, as Yi girls are taught from a very young age how to sew. The quality and lavish details testify to the wearer's dexterity with the needlework.
So the previous one was Bai ethnic group, is spelled B-A-I, and the one that you just saw is E ethnic group, spelled Y-E, Y-I, my apology. If you want to Google that, you will find more about these ethnic groups as well. Our next model, Angela Wang, is wearing a traditional Tibetan costume. Tibetans in the city prefer light colors, while in the pastoral areas, women are fond of bright colors, white, blue, green, red, and yellow, which represent the clouds, the sky, the rivers, the earth, and one of the gods of the region. Often they put two contrasting colors together, black and white, green and red, and mix and match, which generates delicate artistic effects. The magic of the colors shows the specific sense of the beauty of the Tibetan people. As you can see, it's very, very contrasting, colorful, very eye-catching. Thank you, Angela.
Wow, I'm liking the Tibetan one. Our last Chinese model is Maggie Chang, representing the Dai ethnic group, and that's spelled D-A-I. The Dai people live primarily in the Yunnan province as well. The Dai women tend to pay special attention to their clothing, focusing on light, beautiful, simple, and elegant dresses, as well as on how to perfectly match the colors. The upper garment is a tight-fitting undershirt that comes in different colors. The lower garment is a tight, straight skirt with various patterns. Clothing brings out the slim and graceful figure of the Dai women. I say that's definitely true on Maggie.
Thank you, and that's it for Chinese. Now we move on to the Vietnamese clothing. Hugh Trinh Van is wearing an autotan from northern Vietnam. The autotan, or four-part dress, is considered one of the oldest traditional Vietnamese outfits, and is associated specifically with northern Vietnamese women, and it consists of the flowing outer tunic reaching almost to the floor, a long skirt worn over the tunic, a halter top as an undergarment, and a sash that is tied around the waist as a belt. The outer tan in modern-day Vietnam is no longer worn on a daily basis. Its use is almost exclusively for northern-related festivals. So we don't see this often. We have the luxury to see it today. Our model, Hugh Trinh, also carries with her the typical northern hat called long white top.
Beautiful. Thank you, Hugh Trinh. If she looks familiar to you, you're absolutely very sharp, because she already appeared in one of our dancing performances earlier, and she's also doubling as our stage assistant, so big round of applause for Hugh Trinh. Now next, the most widely recognized Vietnamese traditional costume is the Áo Dai, which is worn here by our model, Christina Qua. This ensemble is typically associated with central Vietnam. The style consists of close-fitting blouse, long sleeve, long panels in the front and back that are worn over long flowing silk pants. They're often seen with parasols or umbrellas, in this case, to protect them from the sun and sporadic rain.
In Áo Dai during the 1930s and 40s were loose-fitting and made of heavier fabric. Southern women often wore their hair in a bun, and the prosperity of the South was shown through the jewelry worn by Southern girls. And this is Kathy Lee.
Kathy Lee is wearing an áo ba ba. The áo ba ba is a traditional Vietnamese costume. It is mostly closely associated with southern Vietnam, especially in rural areas. The áo ba ba simply consists of a pair of silk pants and a long sleeve button-down silk shirt. The shirt will be somewhat long and split at the sides of the waist, forming two flaps. The garment's simplicity and versatility has contributed to its popularity, and it explains the costume's natural presence in almost every aspect of the Vietnamese life.
Could we get model Diane Nguyen come out once again? And she was showing a loose fitting made of heavier fabrics. There you go, all by. For the prosperity of the South was shown through the jewelry worn by Southern girls, engraved bangles, pearl necklaces, jade bracelets, as well as the use of accessories. Diane looks very elegant in the clothing of Southern Vietnamese women.
You can see that several of our guests in the audience this evening alone, both Vietnamese and non-Vietnamese, have chosen to wear a colorful áo dài.
Our last models are from Thailand. This is Hannah Verhees. She's wearing the costume of the Thai Akha Hill tribe. Villages of these colorful people are to be found in the mountains of China, Laos, Myanmar, and northern Thailand, where 20,000 live in the provinces of Chiang Rai and Chiang Mai at the higher altitudes. Every Akha village is distinguished by its carved wooden gates presided by guardian spirits. Akha women wear broad leggings, a short black shirt with a white belted sporran, a loose-fitting black jacket with heavily embroidered cuffs and lapels, and black caps covered with silver coins. Last but not least, this hill tribe is known for the extraordinary costumes and exotic appearances. As you can see, it's definitely presented in their clothing and the style. Thank you, Hannah.
Next, we have Ratanaporn Wright is wearing a typical costume from the northeast of Thailand. The cotton material is handmade, and this red dress was designed and made by the model herself and accessorized with silver traditional jewelry.
Thank you, Rata. Our next model is Noi Albers. Noi is wearing a costume that can be typically seen in rural parts of Thailand. The material is dark navy blue silk and is accented by a red sash and palm leaf hat.
Next, we have Tammy Weber. Tammy is wearing a Thai silk dress, soft green in color, handcrafted by Thai local people in Ubon Tarchadhani province in the northeast part of Thailand. This dress was the third place winner of the Thai silk dress competition at the Thai Silk Fashion Show in 2012 held in Thailand.
Thank you. Our last model is Kayo McKinnon. She's wearing a Pierre Gun on outfit. It's a bright red one-piece dress. Wow, that's amazing. Casagians, they were also on knife hand by the model herself. It is made of Thai silk with a gold accent, as well as scarf that is the same color of red as the whole costume. There are dangling beads at the end of the scarf, as well as a gold floral pattern. It also includes a large headpiece and other jewelry. They are all from Thailand. You want to get one of these? You contact Asian Heritage Month, which might be arrange special delivery, or you have to go to Thailand.
I called dibs on that award-winning dress.
It's amazing. Is that heavy? Is that heavy? How many pounds up there?
She's like me.
Not much, really? Oh, okay.
traditional Asian costume, and not to mention such beautiful ladies.
Where your picture is worth 1,000 words, this fashion show is worth tremendous eye-opening experience for every single one of you. And we want to say thank you to all the models once again for these colorful costumes that represent their own ethnicity from different backgrounds all over the world in Asia. Oh, I wish I could join the parade.
Wear a dress.
Not today. Thank you. We've seen a rainbow of colors, pink, red, blue, green, gold. We now